So I haven't been completely honest with you guys, and honestly, it's because I haven't been completely honest with myself. I've recently come to some realizations that are extremely uncomfortable. It sucks to see these things about yourself, but at the same time, it's been extremely liberating. It's been extremely freeing to now be able to exist in the truth and to atone and to address and to heal the parts of myself that I'm about to share with you right now. So I started this journey in 2013. In 2012, I caught a felony robbery charge that pretty much flipped my entire world upside down. Everything started unraveling from the seams. And in March 1st, 2013, I hit my breaking point. I was no longer going to accept the version of myself that I was. That was it. It was a wrap. I was now on this quest to reinventing myself. Now, when I reflect back, it felt like this aha moment where now, bro, you're going to be healthy. You're going to exercise because you are pursuing health and wellness. And really, that's not what was happening. On the surface level, that's what was happening. But deep, deep, deep down, what was really driving me, it wasn't the desire to be healthy. It wasn't the desire to lose weight in order for me to reverse my diabetes and high blood pressure. Yes, those things were factors, but really the thing that was driving me was ego. It was ego, but it was fear-based, right? It wasn't ego like, oh, I think I'm the shit. My ego thought that in order for me to feel validated in the world, I had to look a certain way. I had to make a certain amount of money. I had to present in a certain aesthetic in order to feel validated, to feel accepted. So that is the thing that drove me. I wanted to create a version of myself that I believed deserved love, that I believed held value. I didn't think I deserved love. I felt invisible for most of my life. I always had to do a little bit more. I had to dress a little bit better. I had to drive a nicer car. I always had to smell good. I always had to do this. And I always had to overcompensate in order for me to feel accepted, when that shouldn't have been the case. And the only reason why I realized that this is true now is because I got to the top of this mountain. I got the six pack, I got the business, I got the women, I got the attention, I got a little bit of fame. I got all of these things that I thought would make me feel validated. It would make me feel loved and valued. And I still felt empty inside. And that's what inspired a reflection like, bro, if you got all the things that you thought you needed, what's the emptiness about? The muscles, the followers, the weight loss, the women, all of that shit could never buy me peace. It could never buy me true love for myself. It could not heal me. So I've gone on that journey of healing, and I've been on that journey for a long time now. And I think part of the reason why I've come to this realization is because I started meditating. I started going to therapy. I started doing yoga and qigong and breath work. And these practices, these disciplines help me see myself more clearer, help to quiet the noise that the world introduces in order to distract us from the divine nature, from our connection to God. And now I'm in this place where I see things clear. Now it's time to atone. Now it's time to go through the true transformation, which happens from the inside out. My transformation originally was from the outside in. That's how it happened. Now the transformation is happening from the inside. My heart is transforming. The way that I show up in love in my relationships, the way that I show up on this camera and talk to you guys is now changing because I understand where you are. I understand being stuck in a body that you hate. I understand what it's like to not feel accepted socially. I understand what it's like to feel like a failure because you continue to go on these journeys and for whatever reason you can't make it stick. I know what that's like because it's deeper than what you imagine. It's not about diet and exercise. Transformation is a matter of the heart, of the spirit, of the mind, and then the body follows. Now, I didn't plan to do this, but I have a framework that I recently came up with that I'm going to introduce to you right now. It's called Shine. Now, this framework is based on my 15 years of experience in the transformational space, both with myself and with thousands of clients. Now, I'm going to talk about the Shine framework. The Shine framework, S meaning sense. This is basically self-awareness. I have a document that breaks this thing down so you don't have to take notes right now. There's a link in the description to download the Self-Mastery Starter Kit. This is a soul-centered approach to healing your shit, mastering your body, and awakening your soul. And this is not for everyone. This is specifically for us folks who look like we got our shit together, but deep down inside, we know that there's something missing. There's something unraveling that we need to get control of. That's who this stuff is for. All right. So if that's you, take advantage of this right now. So Shine. S is for sense, self-awareness. H is for healing, emotional healing. And I give you guys a systematic approach to that because I used to hear that term all the time. Healing. What does that actually mean? Emotional healing. There are practical steps. There are things you can do each and every day. And I share a framework for healing as well. I is integration. Basically, I'm teaching you how to form discipline that is not ego-based. Discipline that is fueled by self-love and self-respect. N, nurture. This is where you nurture your spirit, your chi, your connection to the divine. This is where you really develop an intentional relationship with God, with Allah, with Jehovah, with Krishna, with whatever you want to call your source of life. This is where you nurture that. That is an important element of any wellness journey, of any weight loss journey. And then E is embody. This is where you take all of the concepts. This is where you take all of the information that you learn from meditation, from journaling, from healing, from the integration of love and discipline and your nurturing relationship with God, and you become it. You embody it, right? Because none of that shit matters if it's all intellectualized. If all you're doing is thinking about things, you're reading, you're listening to things, but you're not integrating it into your person, into your body, into your nervous system, it doesn't matter. So that entire framework is the roadmap to true transformation. Not just losing some weight using some ego-based discipline, but true holistic transformation. Now I'm going to be making a lot of videos talking more about the elements of this framework, the Shine framework. And I'm also going to be doing a free webinar. Now, here's the thing. I am doing this because it will be a sin. It will be morally wrong to not share this information. Now, this is for people who are ready for this. Do not sign up for the free training if you're not ready to do the work. Now, I haven't released the details for the training. You have to sign up for my email list in order to get an invitation to the training. All of that information can be found in the description below. If you're watching this right now, I made a video where I spoke about my rebirth, my spiritual awakening that kind of led to all of these shifts in my content, in the way that I'm thinking, in the way that I show up on social media. Check that out. The link to that is in the description as well. All right, so guys, stay tuned. Let me know what you're thinking. I know this is a different vibe. This is a different conversation. This is different subject matter. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you leave the video a like. And as always, remember, the body that you want is owned by a higher version of yourself. So evolve. Peace.